was Sora, a new generative AI tool that can transform video production. Essentially, I keep calling it video GPT for lack of a better word. Look, it's impressive. You type in some text and then it can punch out a pretty, realistic high-res 4K video of whatever you want. Obviously, it still needs a bit of work, and I've watched some videos where it's, the video's been picked apart a bit, where it's, where the gaps in the videos are, etc. But what I thought was interesting was also the inevitable response to it. So a bit like what happened with ChatGPT and this fear that no one was going to, no professional was going to be able to write again because, anyone could just type in something and get what they wanted. Obviously, video production people, probably film production people, etc., have mentioned concerns around this only because there's a suggestion that you don't need them anymore to actually produce the videos, which I thought was interesting because, if you want new stuff, you still need those people to actually produce it, because Sora is only going to, generate videos based on what's already out there, just like ChatGPT does it with text. So, I mean, and the other thing is just like the traditional application of it. Maybe there's like some usage cases in there, but I just thought it was a bit crazy. And then obviously you don't even open the can of worms around how this might supercharge things like deep fakes and whatnot, in terms of its application. And then it comes back down to the question of what is the application in terms of this. So a lot of that was swirling around in my mind when I was watching it. I kind of like the idea that, I can just write a couple of lines of text and get a video rather than having to go outside and actually film something. But at the same time, it might be a little bit overblown in that sense.
Yeah, pardon me. I can't disagree with you, Ben. For me, it falls exactly into the Chat GPT realm where it's great. I'm going to be making videos now every time I think a sentence. But what then? How am I going to use it? Look, the deep fake situation is already up and running. If this means that it can be automated and happen a bit more quickly, that's really hardly any concern of mine. But you're right. I'm never sure with a lot of the AI hype whether we're just looking at something we should be amazed at, and Sora is amazing. Like the fact that it can do that is amazing. There's no question of that. But what is its actual value? And that would be my question. I suspect that what it'll allow advertising to do is make 6-second ads and flood your YouTube and TikToks and Facebook with really short advertising that visually looks stimulating enough to get you through it. And, because that's where the money is. So I think humans have always struggled to make video for the social platforms because of the strange aspect ratio and because the format is usually 5 to 6 seconds. Yeah. So I think probably that's where its niche is, and the fact is it'd just be deep fakery for sales.
Absolutely. I did want to touch on too, like this hysteria over, like, I don't know, say what it would do, like to say Hollywood, for instance. And I thought it was hilarious, like this kind of example story where someone could just write in there, give me the latest Marvel film with, Captain America and Iron Man and whatever heroes I choose to be in there, and it'll create an Avengers film. But it won't be a new film. And then like the joke was, well, is it all Marvel films are the same anyway when they're produced by humans? And so it's ironic that, Hollywood's doing that. Like they're effectively doing what Sora's doing, just with people, like these days they've left well behind this idea of generating new content. So what's the worry in that respect?
Oh, I couldn't agree with you more on that. If all you're going to do is rehash the past and then even start remaking movies from 20 years ago as if they're new, which we've seen in a number of franchises where they've just borrowed the script from the original, it really does cause you to question. However, if you want to flip this, then maybe that will be the thing. If Sora or Sora-like applications can make a Hollywood film the same as they are making them today, then surely that means that there's a role for humans to make new, more creative and more exciting offers that hopefully will excite people to go and see them in the cinema.